Welcome back to My Life Again, a YouTube channel designed to help other midlife creators launch their own YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to talk about one simple tool that you can use to cut down your research hours. Now, if you're a YouTuber, you know that a lot of times there are other YouTubers that are covering similar topics, and you're just trying to see if you want to cover that same topic. Now, I know that's not completely original, but at the same time, it is the reality of YouTube. You want to see what YouTube is kind of promoting for a specific niche. For example, I bet you're hearing a lot about personal branding these days in your feed if you are a midlife creator. And there's a bunch of advice, there's experts, and a lot of these podcasts or videos are quite long in length. So as a midlife creator, I don't know about you, I have kids, I have a wife, I'm juggling 9 to 5, and so it's very difficult for me to devote 2 hours to something, even though it'll be helpful. And yes, you're gonna miss out on some of the nuances, some of like the tone of the speaker when they're delivering information, which is important. But at the same time, I don't have 2 hours plus to watch a video sometimes, although I would like to. So this is a tool that I use. Let's hop right into it. It's called Notebook LM, and it is by Google. And let me read you this real quick. It is a research assistant where you can upload documents and YouTube links, which is probably what you're gonna do. And the AI helps you summarize, answer questions, and connect ideas. For me, what it does is it has its transcription, it summarizes, and then I ask it to give me detailed notes with subheadings, with headings, bullet points, in the format that I can easily digest information. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Here's an example of a video that has probably really good information and tips, but again, it's too long. This is Open Residency. I don't really know this channel, but I know that the guest on here is Caleb Ralston, which is a YouTube strategist consultant. He has his own agency, and he's helped Alex Hermosi and Gary Vee scale their YouTube channels. And so he probably has really helpful tips about personal branding. And this is his podcast where he was a guest. But check this out. This is 2 hours and 4 minutes long.
What do you think is the key differentiator between a great brand and a forgettable brand?
I have a good decision-making framework for what they should or should not do because of that.
Framework. Let's start right there.
So
So the framework he's talking about, there's 4 steps to it. I'm interested in this framework. Of course, you can scrub through and figure out where is this? Let's see. Where's the framework? Oh yeah, 4 questions that drive brand growth. And his framework is probably in there. Again, 2 hours, too long. I just don't have the time. And so what I'll do is I'm gonna go through the steps of how to use Google Notebook LM to cut your research time. You wanna press share, you wanna get the link, copy it. Go on over to Google and let's see, let's try. And you'll come upon this page where you're gonna create a new notebook, and as opposed to dragging a file or PDF file or linking a website, we're gonna hit YouTube. We're gonna click insert, and now what it's doing is that the AI is summarizing the video for us. Paragraph seems kind of short, but so what I like to do is I like to prompt it to give me more details. So please summarize the entire video with details, subheadings, and bullet points. Optimize for readability and clarity. Be sure to expound on the framework. Press return and just give it a moment. These are detailed notes on the entire video. And if you have time, you can just copy this whole thing, place it on a Google Doc, and read it when you do have time. And here is the brand journey framework. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all right there for you. Like this took like how long? 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe, as opposed to 2 hours and 4 minutes. This is the power of having AI as your research assistant. Now, you can even ask it questions, but what I like to do is then I would like to use ChatGPT, dump this all into ChatGPT, because ChatGPT basically remembers everything, and so does this, but I can ask ChatGPT later questions on, hey, remind me of what the decision-making framework is by Caleb Ralston. I can even refer back to the notes. So here's another example. And this is on the Nathan Barry show. Nathan Barry is the founder of Kit, formerly known as ConvertKit, which was an email marketing tool, kind of like Substack, kind of like Beehive. but they now are focused on becoming the operating system of creators. I have not looked into them too deeply, but I know that Nathan has a show where he invites other creators on, and in this particular show, he invited Jay Klaus.
But is attention really the game that you want to be playing, or do you really want to be optimizing for trust? And to me, that's really what I'm focused on.
Jay is the founder of Creator Science.
Again, what Jay is contending is that basically no more creator courses. AI is going to make it irrelevant, which I sort of agree with. I'm interested in learning what Jay has to say, but I just don't have the time to go through an hour podcast. Again, when I'm crunched for time, this is what I'll do. I will hit the share button, copy, go to notebook. Now this is a new file, so I'll go to create a new notebook, YouTube, paste. Oh, there you go. It even prompted a question for me to ask, which I'll do. And there you go. Here are the notes. Authenticity is the key. Again, if you haven't seen my latest video about what Neil Mohan said, the YouTube CEO, about authenticity and how I think that midlife creators are well positioned to take advantage of this because we just don't care what other people think about us at this age. These are the notes. Of course, I mean, I'll just end it here, but there are plenty of other things you could do with Notebook. I tend to use ChatGPT for a lot of things, but again, you can't use links. You can't put links into ChatGPT and ask it to summarize the entire video. That's probably because Google owns YouTube and YouTube's data is being fed into only YouTube AI services. That's my guess. So what I would do is I would use Notebook as a research assistant to cut all those research hours down to minutes. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.